It's about the I got to say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State. Jalen Watts Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
Ground ball, right side. Cabrera will cut it off. Galarraga covers. He's out. No, he's safe.
Phoenix has the ball, and a pinnacle ball throws it down.
DeBrincat gets it back to Gossett. Spinning across now. King.
They score! Raymond!
Bob got to the throw, and it's caught by St. Greg for a first down.
This is BS Sports.
And away we go. Good evening, friends. We are back. Another week and another big game. Unfortunately, both the games I've had to call have been on the road for this year. But Michigan State already has clinched the Big Ten title, so they're going to be Big Ten champions regardless. However, a win tonight against Iowa, or a win on Sunday, would give Michigan State a unanimous Big Ten championship, which I don't have the record in front of me. Let me actually look this up. When was the last time Michigan State basketball won? It's Michigan State college basketball. When was the last time they won the Big Ten? Is that Robbie Hummel? How is this guy getting every single game? I've never seen a guy get so many Michigan. Like, it seems like every game he's calling Michigan State. Good for him. Let's see. Conference regular season titles. Okay, 2020, I guess, was the last year we actually had won it. So, 5 years. That's a long time, all right? It's a long time for me. Starting 5. Oh, okay, I was going to read that. Starting 5, but I guess not. All right, they're just going right into it. All right, I thought maybe there would be like a commercial or whatever, but all right, we're just jumping in. All right, Michigan State wins the jump ball. Looks like Jeremy Fears has it. Passes it over to Akins. Toss it over to Zapawa. Fears has it again. Now over to Richardson for 3 in the lead. No good, but the board goes to Akins. Fears, toss it over to Akins. He's going to shoot the 3 ball. He doesn't get it. Iowa gets the rebound. Iowa's not that far removed from a couple of years ago with Luka Garza being a pretty darn good team, but not this year. 15-14 in the conference. Or I'm sorry, 15-14 overall. 6-12 in the conference. Nearly lost the ball there. Now trying to drive to the paint, gets to the basket, lays it up and in. Iowa's up 2-0. Sandfort, number 20, gets the basket. So now Michigan State playing a little from behind, if you could call it that. Akins over to Kohler, over to Fears. Fears drives, puts it in, and ties it up. It's a little floater from Jeremy Fears. 2-2. Iowa now tossing. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know. I know literally. You thought I didn't know anybody on Michigan last time we called that game? I got nobody on Iowa. Is Luka Garza still on the team? Is he still available? 9 to shoot for Iowa. Bounce pass, drive into the basket, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Kohler. Jeremy Fears playing the point. Toss it up to Akins. Akins slows down just as he moves past the arc. Now Jace Richardson has it on the other side. Inside to Zapawa. Zapawa over to Kohler. Kohler right back to Akins. I'm sorry, is that Fears? He shoots it for 3 and it rolls in. I don't know if that was Akins or that was Jeremy Fears for 3. That was a weird 3. It went in and then out and then back in again. So it's 5-2 Michigan State. And there's a big 3 for Iowa to tie it up. No good. Diving for it is Michigan State. Still don't quite have it. Now Akins does. Oh my gosh. Talk about effort from Jeremy Fears diving for that basketball. Akins inside to Kohler. Kohler dribbles it. Drives into the paint. Hook shot. Gets the roll. It's 7-2 Michigan State. A 7-0 run since going down 2-0. I got to tell you guys, there are tens of people in this arena. You can feel the energy from Hawkeye Arena or whatever this place is called. Rebound goes to Zapawa. Now Fears past midcourt. Bounce pass into Kohler. Kohler now trying to force his way to the paint. Gets under the rim. Does not get the basket. It's rebounded by Iowa. Bounce pass towards the paint and gets the basket. And that is going to be and one. Potential three-point play here for Iowa to finally get back on the scoring side. Sado Traore. I hope that I'm pronouncing his name right. He's averaging 6 points a game, 43% from the field, and 3 boards a game. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Shot is up, and it's good. It's 7-5 Michigan State. Trying to get the inbound pass is Kohler, and he finally finds Jace Richardson. Jeez. Oh, okay, there's the court. Mediacom. Is it Mediacom? There was a lob pass to Carr, who did not get it initially, but he got it on second attempt. It's 9-5 Michigan State. Iowa now passing around. Here's a shot for 3. No good. Kohler gets the board. Trey Holloman, the hero of a couple of nights ago, driving to the basket. Now passes it back to Kohler. Now Richardson's got it. Richardson with a bounce pass into Kohler. Kohler now one-on-one underneath the paint. He gets surrounded, trying to get out of it as he draws a foul. And he will head to the free throw line, I believe. Look at this. Look at this Cohen Carr. he almost had it, but then on second effort, he's like, okay, fine. I'll just go right underneath the basket. He caught the pass at least. So got that going for him. First shot from Kohler is up, and it's through. Nothing but net. Michigan State now doubling up Iowa. They're up 10-5. Again, a win here would make it a unanimous Big Ten championship for Michigan State. He had a double-double, did Jackson Kohler, against Wisconsin. 10 points and 16 boards, which is incredible. The 16 rebounds is an incredible stat. As Xavier Booker checks in for the first time, the former 5-star recruit. 11-5. Jackson Kohler heads to the bench. Here come the Hawkeyes. Boy, I gotta say, there's very little. Like the Michigan game, that had some big energy from the Michigan fans. There is no energy from Iowa here. Shot does not go through, but they get the rebound. Now a wide open look for 3 for Iowa off the board, or off the rim, I should say. No good. Quick passes intercepted, but then running out of bounds is Traore for Iowa, so it'll stay with Michigan State. 11-5, 15:44 to go in the half. All right, it's a good start. Also, I just realized why did it not update? Why is this not, what's going on? Wait. Does ESPN think this game is at 9? Wait, oh, hold on. I had the wrong thing open. Wait, no, this is for March 6th. What the heck? What is going on? Why does it say it's at 9? ESPN, are you on drugs? I just noticed this. What? Wait. What? No, what the? Hold on. Is this the wrong? Wait, is this women's? I think this is women's. This is women's basketball. Wait, you're telling me that we're playing? Is this it? Okay. I had the women's one. I didn't know it was the women's one. How is Iowa and Michigan State playing at the same time? On the same day, men's and women's. How's that possible? Wow. That's incredible. Also, why is my ad blocker not on? Oh, it is on. But yet it's not working. Huh. You block, just try 3 days for free. What? Wait, hold on. Wait. sponsor block. Okay, no, that's not. Hold on, where is U block? What? It's no longer supported. Oh no, it works. I think. No, it still works. I don't know what Google. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh no, it still works. Who knows what? They don't know what they're doing. Anyway. Now that we got the right game on the screen. Michigan State now sitting at a 83% chance to win the game, and we're not even 5 minutes into the. We're not even 10 minutes in, I should say. Actually, no, we're not even 5 minutes in. It's 20-minute halves. We're 15:44 to go. Wow. 30th season for Tom Izzo. Over 700 wins, the most for a Big Ten coach of all time in conference. Believe that is Carr with it. Now Booker tossed it over to Holloman to Cooper, who lost it. Here come the Hawkeyes. Thought about the three, then stop. And a pass inside to the paint. Didn't take the shot. Now a shot for three goes through. And it's a one possession game. Sanford. It's 11-8 Michigan State. Richardson inside to Cooper. Cooper dribbling with it near the paint. Pass it outside to Holloman. Holloman stepping back, trying to find the open man. He gives it over to Richardson. Richardson over to Booker. 9 to shoot. Now back over to Holloman. Holloman trying to find a lane. Pass it over to Akins for three. Or I'm sorry, that's Carr for three. No good. I don't know. Cohen Carr really doesn't shoot a whole lot of threes. I don't know why he went for that one. As there's a layup for Iowa that's good. That makes it a 1-point game. Holloman just driving it all the way himself. Doesn't get the basket. Doesn't get the foul either. So here comes Iowa with a man advantage. Does not get the basket. Rebound goes to Xavier Booker. Excuse me. Now Holloman over to Richardson. Over to Booker for a wide open three. In and out, no good. Then a fight for a rebound as the foul will go to Michigan State. Cohen Carr called for it, and Iowa has flipped the script here a little bit. Fran McCaffrey in his 15th year as a head coach. Really? It's so weird to me, some of these Big Ten programs that just have coaches forever despite not really doing that much. I guess he won the Big Ten with Luka Garza, right? Didn't they win the Big Ten? They won the Big Ten, I think. If you're an Iowa fan, let me know. Did you win the Big Ten with Luka Garza? He's a Big Ten Player of the Year. I remember that. And a former Piston. Happily former Piston. Here's a look for three. Got it. Iowa reclaims the lead. First lead since their first basket of the night to go up 2-0. Now they're up to 13-11. Jeez, coming off the break. Iowa has come to life. Akins has it over to Holloman. Right back over to Akins. He's going to take a shot for three. No good off the rim. And it'll be out of bounds on Michigan State. And Iowa's got a chance to open this one up a little bit. What is it with like the first commercial break and then Michigan State just not knowing how to come out of it? Like we start off so well. And now Iowa trying to get a little ahead here. They're up 2. It's 13-11. Driving to the paint, then stopping, then a pass outside for three. No good. Kohler's got the rebound. Holloman dribbling, stopping, now over to Carr. Nearly turned it over on that pass back to Holloman. Holloman over to Akins. Akins pass to Booker. Now over to Holloman. Back over to Carr, who passes it to Booker with a high layup to tie it up. Ooh, that was a nice move from the center. It's 13-all. Iowa trying to reclaim the lead. that Sandston or whatever his name is? He hits the 3. Iowa's up now 3, its largest lead of the night. 12.5 to go in the opening half. Akins. Pass it over to Booker. Booker. Over to Carr. Now back over to Holloman. Holloman. Driving. Now outside to Akins, who's wide open for a 3. No good. Gotta hit those shots. Now a drive to the basket for Iowa, and he lays it up and in. 18 to 13. It's a 5-point lead for the Hawkeyes. And now the crowd in Hawkeye Arena or whatever, the MediaCom court, whatever it's called. Now they're a little alive. A little. Whoever's there. Holloman trying to drive. He's going to take a shot for 3. It's no good. And then it'll be out of bounds on Michigan State trying to get the rebound. And Iowa putting up a fight at home. It is 18-13 Hawkeyes. $11:38 to go in the half. Oh, no. Iowa's got a 50.1% chance to win it, according to ESPN Analytics. I don't like those odds, guys. I don't like those at all. We need to flip that. Can we have the 50.1% chance? Look at how it just completely sunk during that possession. That's not good. That's not good at all. It just it went from really high to we were in the 80% chance to win and then just tanked. Can't have it. We are a second half team though. We turn it on in the second half. We suffocate teams in the second half. Speaking of second halves, all right, it's still 2-1 Red Wings. That's a must-win game for the Red Wings, right? Must win. And then maybe a win will spur Steve Yzerman to make a trade. If we end this trade deadline, our only takeaway is 25% of some player's contract and a 4th-round pick, I will just have lost all faith. Steve Yzerman just immune to making moves at the trade deadline? Is he immune to making trades, period? He might be. He might be. He might have been immunized for that. But first things first, you got to beat the Utah Hockey Club. Oh, I can skip the stupid Airbnb commercials. If Airbnb didn't provide a great service, I would never pay for that. I would never, serve them because those commercials are terrible. Also, YouTube TV updated some of their Zen. So now we got what appears to be a POV shot of a little canoe in, I'm assuming, Venice, Italy. This is YouTube TV's idea of Zen. The problem I have with this is that they add in, they dub in some extra water effects or some water sound. It's there's no, this sounds this is like a pool of bubbling water. Why is there so much water? We're not even moving that fast. And then it just loops. Where's the little Italian guy who's got the big paddle who's serenading me on the little paddle boat, on the little canoe, whatever the technical term is for the boat they have you ride in Venice. Is Sanford, this guy. Okay. Here comes Iowa, up 5, trying to make it more. 2-possession lead for the Hawkeyes is the largest tonight. Michigan State just 1 for 8 from 3, by the way. The 1-3 from Jeremy Fears. Now trying to make a move. Sanford passing it inside to the paint. Does not get the basket. but does draw the foul, does Bronze, number 0. So Iowa's heading to the free throw line to try to make it a 7-point lead. Boy, Evan. Wait, hold on. Is his name Evan or Even? Because that is not how you spell Evan. If that is what his name is, his name is spelled Even. Even Bronze. Why are you number 0? Why would you not be number 2 or 4 or 6 or any even number? That's 2 digits. He made the first basket, so it's 19-13 Iowa. His name is actually Evan, spelled with a second T. He missed the second shot, though, so it is just a 6-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Although the way Michigan State had been playing coming out of that break, that 6-point lead, it's going to be pretty tough to come by. Jeremy Fears inside to Frankie Fiddler. Fiddler tried to get a shot off, but it's blocked by Iowa. And here come the Hawkeyes. Michigan State just can't get out of its own way as that ball was on the ground, and they're going to say Michigan State basketball or Iowa timeout, not Michigan State basketball. Looked like the Iowa player slipped. So Iowa has to call a early timeout here. Boy, you can just hear the echoing of the, what is that? Smells like the Nirvana song. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Jeez. Michigan State in a scoring drought right now. The past 2 minutes, they just said. That's not good. Jeez, the Jets are up 4-0 to the Flyers. I didn't see what period it was, but oh my. All right. Inbound pass coming from Iowa. Bounce pass into the paint, drives to the basket and lays it in. And the foul. 21-13, Iowa is dominating the Spartans. Wow. Even Braun. I'm calling him Even. I don't care. That's not how you spell Evan. I'm not calling him Evan. He wants to be called Evan. Spell your name right. It's very simple. And the free throw is up and no good. Fiddler gets his first rebound of the night. Here comes Fears. Fears has it. Now toss it over to Richardson. Over back to Richardson. Still hasn't had a basket all day, or all night, I should say. Here's a 3 from Akins. No good. And the rebound goes to Iowa. Nearly lost it, though. Jeez Louise. Michigan State cannot score if the basket was like 5 feet wider. Driving to the paint is Iowa. Now underneath. Whistle is blown. And another foul on Michigan State. Harding for Iowa. We'll head to the free throw line. Bad to worse. This could be a double-digit lead for Iowa. Brock Harding has 8 points a game this year, 44% from the field, a couple of rebounds as well. First free throw is up. It's a 9-point lead for Iowa. I'm waiting for FS1 to put up the graphic of what this run has been for Iowa. I think it's like an 11-0 run. They were up 11. Michigan State was up 13-11 at one point. I don't know what the exact total run is, but second free throw is good, and it's a 10-point lead for Iowa here with 10 minutes to go in the first half. This is not the start Michigan State needs, especially given, obviously they've already secured the Big Ten title for themselves, or at least a share of it, but they got Michigan on Sunday, who wants a share of the Big Ten title themselves. If they can win on Sunday, assuming Michigan State loses today, that'll be it. As Richardson missed the 3, Iowa comes up with the rebound. Here's a shot from the logo off the rim, no good. And a whistle is blown to stop play. I think there's a foul on Iowa finally. Bit of a change of pace there. Michigan State already 5 team fouls. Iowa, just 2. This is an Iowa team that, again, 6-12 in the conference. This Fiddler with a little jumper from the free throw line cannot get it. Oh, my goodness. This entire team of Michigan State's just got the case of the yips. Pass inside, wide open in the paint, drives it and slams it. 25-13, 12-point lead for the Hawkeyes. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. And lost the basketball, did Fiddler. Now one-on-one with Fears. Passes it back, lays it up, and in. 27-13. This is unbelievable. A complete domination by the Hawkeyes. Michigan State has not scored in like 6 minutes, it feels like. Wow. Unbelievable. Absolutely unreal. Iowa's just killing us. Iowa's sitting at a 78% chance of winning this game right now, guys. This is brutal. Michigan State 1 for 10 from 3. Iowa 3 for 9, and Michigan State 0 for the last 9. I mean, you're not going to win a whole lot of basketball games doing that. That's for darn old sure. You think? We're definitely going to have to hit more than just some, Armenian man. We're not hitting any. Here comes Richardson. Just past midcourt. Richardson trying to drive it himself. He drives to the basket, and it doesn't go in. But he does draw a foul, so Michigan State finally has an opportunity to answer at least a little bit. Jaden Akins comes in as that's just the 3rd team foul on Iowa. Or no, it's not going to be a shooting foul. Excuse me. I thought it was going to be a shooting foul. Inbound pass goes to Richardson, just past half court. Holloman has it now. Holloman. Over to Akins. Over to Richardson. Richardson dribbling towards the middle of the court. Now over to Holloman. Holloman over to Akins. They cannot drive at all on Iowa. There's a shot for 3 by Richardson. He hits it. About time. Michigan State gets on the board. They're down 11. 27-16. They're going to need a crazy run of their own to get back into this game. And there's a big block by Carr. But Iowa has it on the rebound. Now lost the basketball. Michigan State's got it. Here comes Richardson. Over to Akins. Driving it towards the paint. Now out to Holloman for 3. Got it. Back-to-back threes. Michigan State now down 8. It's 27-19. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Still a long way to go, but that's a good start. Driving. Now in the paint. Has to get rid of it. 13 to shoot for Iowa. Now driving again into the paint. Gets rid of it again. 7 to shoot. Now passing it inside into the paint. Open. Nobody was there. Got the layup. Now 10-point lead again for the Hawkeyes. Holloman inside to Carr. Now back over to Holloman. Holloman driving. Lost it. Got it back, did Akins. Now over to the other side for Richardson. Now over to Holloman for a 3. Didn't get it. And it'll be out of bounds on Iowa. Michigan State's going to keep it, I believe, what I just heard. So 29-19, Iowa over the Spartans. 7-11 to go in the first half. We're definitely going to have to shoot better from 3 if we want to come back. But either way, we're going to have to Iowa's just going to have to start missing shots. Yeah, you're going to need another. Jace really has not done much of anything. At least not so far. Has he scored? I think he's scared. Is he scared? Score. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, he's got 3 points. I mean, we don't have any points from Zapawa or Akins, so that's 2 of your starters that are just black holes in terms of scoring. Yeah, he got the 3. Jeremy Fears is your leading starter with 5 points. He's shooting 2 for 2 though, so he's been effective. But yeah, I mean, what's his name? That Samford guy. He's got 2, but Traore, he's got 7. But, 7. All right. Iowa now sitting at a 68% chance to win this game. That's not as bad. Still not great. Unranked Iowa. I figured we would have a pretty easy time here, but I guess I got a little ahead of myself. We're a second half team though, so we'll definitely, I think as time goes, our team depth will emerge, hopefully. Still early, but a double-digit lead is a double-digit lead no matter who you're playing. The Red Wings still winning, at least? Do I at least have that? Oh, no, they're not. That's great. It's 2-2. 2-2 Red Wings against the Utah Hockey Club with 3:58 to go in the second period. So that's not great. It's not great. Wait, they got Mark Andrews on the USAA commercials? They got rid of Gronk? Thank God. Is this Monster Hunter? Yeah. All my friends or I guess not all my friends. All of my gamer friends are all into this Monster Hunter Wilds game. I got nothing. I don't play those games. I don't have anything against it. I just never. I couldn't get into them. 7:11 to go. Running the court. Fast break points going into tonight. Michigan State's got just 3. Iowa has 7. Now, Michigan State, on average, gets 16 fast break points a game. So we'll see if the number increases as it goes. Richardson just kind of heaves it up, gets his own rebound, gets the basket on it, and now it is 29-21, an 8-point lead. Michigan State brings it back into single digits at the very least, but still a 3-possession lead. Driving to the basket is Iowa. Now pass inside and couldn't get the roll as Carr gets the rebound. Now there goes Holloman. Here comes Michigan State. Akins slowed it down. Holloman has it. Now inside to Cooper. And it'll be out of bounds on Iowa. Michigan State keeps it. Again, every possession matters at this point. Michigan State's just got to keep grinding away at this lead. Couple of substitutions being made by both teams, it appears. Inbound pass goes to Akins. Back over to Holloman. Holloman over to Richardson. Richardson back over to Akins. Akins bounce pass to Kohler. Kohler back over to Akins. Or Kohler keeps it, I should say. He was signaling Akins. Drives to the basket. Lost the ball. Picked up by Carr somehow. 0 to shoot. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on Michigan State. Couldn't get the shot off. Jeez. That is rough. Kohler had 5 to shoot there and then lost it. I don't think Carr realized how little time was left on the shot clock. He could have tried a shot there. Couldn't get it. Here comes Iowa. Bounce pass. Now inside to the paint. Drives it. Lays it in. Back to a 10-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Richardson has it. Dribbling. Pass it over to Holloman. Now over to Akins. Back over to Cohen Carr. Richardson over to Akins. Now over to Holloman. Holloman stops on a dime, then passing it back to Akins. Now inside to Carr. Carr is getting double teamed. 3 to shoot. Akins going to lay it or shoot it up for 3. Doesn't get it. Iowa gets the rebound. Back-to-back wasted possessions for the Spartans. Here comes Iowa. Try to keep extending the current lead with a big block. And Michigan State's going to get the ball. Or wait, did they just say it was a foul on Michigan State? I can never tell with these ref signals because he's pointing. I think that means it's a. Okay, no, it is Michigan State ball. Okay, I must have just misheard the announcement. Oh, it was a substitution. Frankie Fiddler coming in. Holloman. Now over to Akins. Fiddler has it. Fiddler lost it. Iowa's got it. Here they come. Iowa lobs it up, and then an intercepted pass. Now Michigan State's got numbers. Fiddler driving, then slowing down. Now gives it to Akins. Over to Richardson. Wide open for a 3. Got it! 31-24. It's now a 7-point lead for the Hawkeyes. 8 points for Richardson. 3 for 6 from the field. Now losing it in the paint, but getting it right back. Now takes a fadeaway jumper and hits it. 9-point lead again for the Hawkeyes as Richardson just drives it all the way himself. And he has been fouled just before he got the shot off. So that is now, what is that, team foul number 4 for Iowa? Jeremy Fears checking back in. Haven't seen him in a while. 4 minutes to go in this opening half, and it has been a dominant one for the Hawkeyes. Fiddler over to Richardson. Richardson over to Akins. Now back over to Fears. Over to Richardson. He thought about it. Richardson inside to Fiddler. And it's going to be Michigan State ball with just 2 to shoot as it was knocked out of bounds. 3:48 to go. Spartans down 9. What is this? Oh, this is Monster Hunter again. Gosh, that's the corniest commercial I've ever seen, man. The corniest video game commercial I've ever seen. When the world is wild, we gotta be hunters of monster hunters. It's terrible. Terrible. You know what you do? You just show footage of the game and have like, you know, some guy who sounds like Darth Vader just saying, kill things. Violence. It's always the solution. Monster Hunter World. It's like, do you want to kill things? Do you want to not face the legal consequences of killing things? Do you want to not face the moral consequences of killing things? Do it in a video game. Monster Hunter World. Or Monster Hunter Wilds. Rated E for everyone. Isn't it rated M? I don't know what it's rated. It might be rated E. I feel like it's not. Oh, I gotta check. No, I don't mean the ESRB. Here we are. It's rated T. It's rated T. Okay. For blood, okay, crude humor, and violence. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Where would we be without the ESRB? Where would we be? I don't actually know. I mean, probably about the same place. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe a little bit worse. It's still 2-2 in the Red Wings game. I'd really like to not lose to Utah. You know, I just, we got a back-to-back. We got Washington tomorrow night as well. So I'd like to, I would like to just, not do that. That'd be nice. All right. So still got a little under 4 minutes here for Michigan State. Oh. So Michigan State catching a little bit of a break as the ball was definitely off on Michigan State. But then on the inbound pass, Iowa comes up with it. So no harm, no foul. Iowa gets the ball back. Michigan State had just 2 to shoot anyway. Actually, they're just going to call shot clock violation. Okay, so it didn't really matter. So here comes the Hawkeyes. Now inside, and a shot that does not end up in. Just rolled off the rim. Michigan State's got it. Richardson handed off to Fears. Now a bounce pass to Richardson. He drives toward the basket. Fadeaway jumper. It's good. 33-26. 7-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Michigan State is yet to really get it any closer than this. Bounce pass. Now driving. Here's a jumper for 2. No good. Richardson's got it. Jace passing it over to Fears. Now pass it back to Richardson. Richardson drove, and they're pointing as I believe there's a foul, but Richardson a little slow to get up here. He kind of got hit there. Oh, they're saying he was out. They're saying he was out of bounds, and he did step out of bounds. Talk about insult to injury. You step out of bounds. Well, let's take a hit to the lower body. So Richardson will head to the bench. Appears to be okay. I think it might have hit him in the you-know-what region. 2:51 to go. Passing it around is Iowa. I believe that's Sanford or whatever that guy's name is, 24. And a lost basketball. Here comes Holloman. And he's fouled as he was trying to run away with the potential fast break points. Sanford called for it. Will slow down that fast break. That's a smart foul. You'd rather take a team foul in the final few minutes of the half than easy couple of points for Michigan State. Holloman takes the inbound. Now over to Fiddler. Fiddler over to Holloman now. He's playing the point. Holloman over to Fiddler. He thought about it. He drives to the basket. Bounce pass over to Akins. Now over to Holloman. Now inside to Kohler. Kohler thought about taking it himself. Passed it back to Holloman, who walked, and it'll be Iowa basketball. You can't afford those kinds of turnovers. You're down 7 points in the first half, and Iowa's just utterly dominated you for most of this game. Jace Richardson back in, by the way. You can't afford those kind of turnovers. Just self-inflicted errors. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Iowa's got it. Driving in towards the paint. Now 13 for Iowa has it. Inbound pass is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Iowa, but 7 seconds to shoot for the Hawkeyes. Inbound pass. Here's a shot for 3 off balance, and the rebound goes to Iowa. Shot was off the rim, so the shot clock resets. It's about worst case scenario. You can't be giving up offensive rebounds. And they'll drive to the basket, draw a foul. Jaden Akins called for it, and Iowa heads to the free throw line once again. Shot is up, and it's good. And there's the second shot, and it's good. Now back up 9. Again, it just feels like it's 2 steps forward, but 4 steps back every time Michigan State gets close. I think there was a little bit of frustration there from Holloman. Passed it over to Akins. Now gave it over to Richardson, right back over to Akins. Bounce pass to Kohler. Kohler outside of Richardson. Thought about shooting it. Richardson just drives it, lays it up and in, and the foul. Jace Richardson is putting Michigan State on his back right now, and he's just looking for somebody else to get involved. So he can make this a 6-point ball game if he makes the free throw. And he doesn't get it. It'll stay just 7-point lead with a final minute to go in the half. Driving towards the paint, tries to get it up, and he does somehow, and the basket. That's incredible. Somehow he got that shot off, and it even went in. Did Price Sanford. 8 points in this first half for him. Now driving is Akins off the glass and in to make it a 7-point lead. And the final 30 seconds with the shot clock turned off will be in the hands of the Hawkeyes. They're going to just wait until it is at 0 and try to get one final shot off to try to extend their already large 7-point lead. Bounce. Now drive and a whistle. And Michigan State is going to get the ball. An offensive foul with 7.3 to go. Michigan State has a chance. Try to make this potentially just at the most a 4-point lead for Iowa. I guess technically they could make it a 3 if they get a 4-point play here to end the half, but we'll see. Oh, geez. Kind of a weird happening there. And back, jump away 3. What just happened? Jace Richardson appeared to get in the way of Trey Holloman, and neither of them really knew what was happening. But Iowa, going into this second half, they are 10-3 when leading at the half this year. So they are a very good second half team. Michigan State obviously has had their fair share of second half comebacks, but they're down 7 on the road with a chance to be unanimous Big Ten champs with 1 win here down the stretch. Not how you thought it was going to go. Who gets the ball at the half? Well, we won the initial jump ball. So, I don't know. I would think Iowa, right? Isn't that how that works? I don't know. First of all, that final possession, you have 7 seconds. Can you at least get a good-looking shot off? What the heck is going on? Izzo better be tearing them. apart. Like, he better be ripping these guys. Because that's terrible. That's terrible. And it's 2-2 between the Wings and Utah. But apparently the Wings had the power play. I don't know how long, but they have a power play. So at the half, Iowa's got a 69.5% chance to win the game, which is less than ideal. But obviously that number can change rather quickly. We saw it change with Michigan last week. They were up at the half. I think they were actually up 7. Like, it was pretty comparable, to be honest. So obviously Iowa's a pretty good second half team, at least by the record. But we'll see if Michigan State can show them how to do it. Show them how to finish a game. But I mean, Simone Zapawa, what is it that he does here to get a starting job? Because he's got 0 points again. In the Michigan game, he had 0 points throughout the game. We'll see if he ends up getting some points. But Jace Richardson leading the way for both teams in scoring with 12 points, 5 for 8, just putting the team on his back. And basically, I need Zapawa to do something. Like, I just can't. I get we have a really deep bench and everything, but still, Aiken's got 3 boards, Aiken's got 3 assists, I should say. Kohler, he's got 3 boards. Like, I think it's just like both their starter, you got 2 starters for Iowa, got 7 points each. That's more than any other starter other than Richardson. But no, I mean, Michigan State's definitely a second half team. They've been like this pretty much the whole year, where they really started to turn it on the second half. So I'm not panicking, but not the first half I would have expected to see, knowing that you can be unanimous Big Ten champs. Like, you should have been ready to go for this game. Don't overlook Iowa. You got your rival to end the year, Michigan. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to share the Big Ten title with Michigan. That would not be, especially the way that things were going, where Michigan, coming off of back-to-back losses. They just lost to Maryland. They had just lost before to Illinois. You just got to be better. Just got to be better. I would love to have a game against Michigan where basically the result doesn't really matter. But maybe the script writers want it to be, unanimous Big Ten, Michigan State. I'm sure CBS would appreciate it if we lost this game, because then that makes that Sunday game all the more important, at least for Michigan, to try to get a share of that Big Ten title. But hopefully it's a moot point. Hopefully. Wait, do they not even have like a halftime crew? They're just going right to Kevin Kugler and Robbie Hummel. They don't even have wait a minute. They don't even have like a desk. They don't. Is FS1 that like poverty of a network? Jeez. Michigan State shooting 40% from the field, Iowa 48%. I mean, you wonder if that's sustainable, I guess. Michigan State 4 for 16 from 3, Iowa 3 for 10. Wow, they don't even have a FS1 College Hoops does not even have a desk. Do they not? Like, there's no way they don't have a front desk. There's no way. The Big Ten Network has the front desk people at the half. Come on. There's no way. FS1 is a national broadcast. Is that Jake Bates? Yeah. This is the UFL. You guys ready to not watch the UFL? I know I am. March 28th? That sounds like baseball season to me. That sounds like baseball. Actually, is that baseball? Is that baseball? I need to look. Yes, it would be baseball. Yes. Tigers play the Dodgers that night. 10-10. So happy. So happy for baseball to be back. And it's an evening game. And it's 10-10. So happy about it. I guess I'm glad you get the West Coast games out of the way, right? Because once you get to summertime, those days where you don't have any teams, any sport to watch, man, that it becomes difficult. Need State to win this game? Yes. Yes, me too. I'd like to be able to have a unanimous Big Ten title live reaction. That would just be cool. That'd be nice. I still think we can win this game. I still think we got a good shot. I mean, 7-point lead in basketball, that's not very much. And Iowa, despite having a good record when leading at the half this year, Michigan State's got to have a really good record just in general. Obviously we got a good record in general. I gotta say, I'd be curious what Michigan State's record is when trailing at the half, because it feels like there's been a lot of second half comebacks. Like we were trailing at the half against Wisconsin, against Michigan. I don't know if we were trailing at the half against Maryland. I don't remember. I know Oregon, we were trailing that game at the half. I think the Lions would make sense or trade for Hendrickson. Do I think they will? I don't know. Would I like them to? Absolutely. It's hard to get into the mind of any organization, especially the Lions, because it just seems they don't typically, or at least they haven't, made a large scale move like that where you're probably going to see, first round picks be a part of it. I would want them to, because I think he's a really solid player, and if he wants out from Cincinnati, I'll bring him in. He's clearly productive. To bring him opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson and to kind of ease Hutchinson in, because he's presumably going to still be recovering from that injury. And same with Aleem McNeil. I'm hoping that Aleem McNeil is ready by the beginning of the year, but who knows? Oh, they do have a desk. Okay. I got nervous. All right. I got nervous for poor FS1. They got a front desk. They got Rob Stone and Seth Davis. I don't know who those people are, but whatever. Who cares? But yeah, I mean, obviously we already saw Max Crosby got signed, so he's out of the running. But still no movement on Myles Garrett. Still, obviously, Trey Hendrickson has sort of entered the chat, so to speak. I mean, you still have Khalil Mack out there, out in LA with the Chargers. Joey Bosa is now a free agent. Although I don't know how much he's really got left, if anything. I wouldn't mind bringing in Joey Bosa if it's supplemented with other moves. But Joey Bosa can't be your big offseason addition. I don't want a second case of Marcus Davenport, basically, where we get one game of Bosa and then he's out for the year. Yeah, I can ask Seth about his experience with Joey Bosa, because he, as a Chargers fan, he's had to deal with the Joey Bosa effect. They're talking about the Purdue-Illinois game tomorrow. I don't mean to be that guy, but it doesn't really look good as a network, in my opinion, when at the half of one game, you're talking about a different game. That's talk about the game that you're currently broadcasting, and then maybe you can talk about, this for a little bit. Obviously you're not going to spend the entire time, but it just seems a little weird. It's like the people who are watching this are the people who are watching Purdue or Iowa, Michigan State. They're not watching Purdue, Illinois. Maybe they'll watch Purdue, Illinois. It's like, I just can't get over this. They're just talking Purdue, Illinois. It's like, that's not even, the game is not happening until tomorrow night. Yeah. I mean, look, Michigan State's got a very deep bench. They've done it. They've done this sort of thing before. Where, guys start to turn it on in the second half. You know, the depth of Michigan State has shown to be a hard thing for teams to overcome. And I mean, I'd be surprised if Iowa just continues to basically just hold this whole game to the out of our range. I would be surprised. We'll see though. I mean, I suppose you could say Michigan State was due for a bad game, but you just hate for it to happen at this point when you have a Big Ten title, a unanimous Big Ten title on the line. What? Is Caitlin Clark in the stands? I don't know. They didn't show her, so I would assume not. Remember Caitlin Clark? You guys remember her? She was going to bring the WNBA back. I guess she kind of made it a little popular. I don't know. Like, the only time I ever heard about Caitlin Clark was when people were talking about, does Caitlin Clark make the WNBA fun? Like, that's or when it was like these WNBA players being a bunch of big babies and like pushing her around and acting like she's the only reason anybody is even interested in your league, and you hate her. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I get it. She's a rookie, but like, nobody watches or cares about the WNBA. No, there are no real WNBA fans. All right, they're like they're like leprechauns and the Easter Bunny. I'm sorry to any kids who are watching. Don't lie to your kids about the Easter Bunny. Nobody actually watches the WNBA. Nobody. There's there might be people who will go to WNBA games, but there's never anybody who is like, I'm a WNBA fan. Like, I will follow the WNBA. It doesn't exist. Commanders re-signed Bobby Wagner. I have not gotten any notification on that, but at least I haven't seen. Did that just come out? Hold on. I'm checking Reddit right now. Wow. Jake Wallman just got traded to the Oilers. Wallman has been informed he's being traded to Edmonton. There's still a small caveat that holds it up, but assuming that is smoothed out, this should be getting finalized. That's crazy. That's David Pagnota reporting. Jake Wallman to Edmonton. I'm not seeing anything about Bobby Wagner just yet. Well, I'm sure I'll get the notification at some point. All right. 37-30 Iowa as we start the second half. Jace Richardson and Tom Izzo having a discussion here. Iowa with 18 boards to Michigan State 17, so pretty evenly matched, but 22 points in the paint. Michigan State just 16, 15 points off the bench for Iowa. Michigan State just 7, and 7 points off the fast break to Michigan State 6. 4 for 16 from 3 for the Spartans, 3 for 10 for the Hawkeyes. So it's been a lot of quality bench points for Iowa. It's been better 3-point shooting overall. At least as a percentage, I think. Yeah, as a percentage. But we'll see if Michigan State can finish the comeback here. They were getting closer and closer. Could not get really that much closer than 7. Jace Richardson, the leading scorer of the half, 12 points. And he can really put games on his back when he gets going. So we'll see. Last 7 conference games, he's averaging 16 points, shooting 51% with 4 rebounds. Compare that to his first 11, where a lot of those stats are, I mean, he doubled his points. So Iowa starts with the ball, up 7. Tossing it around. 4 for Iowa has it. Now over to 13. Now over to 3. Now here's a shot for 3 from Iowa, and he hits it. That is one way to start for the Hawkeyes. Jeremy Fears playing the point. Down 10. Bounce pass to Richardson. Richardson back over to Fears. Fears back over to Richardson. Toss it over to Akins. Over to Richardson. He thought about the 3. Drives outside to Fears for 3. No good. But the rebound is going to go to Michigan State as it was knocked out of bounds by Iowa. Boy, that was a wide open look for Fears. And it looked like he just kind of whiffed. Like put a little too much on it that it rolled off the backside of the rim. From where he was shooting, at least. They're going to check where the clock will be. Still Michigan State basketball. So did this hit the rim is the question. I don't know. I don't think it did. Yeah, they're going to put 6 seconds on the shot clock for Michigan State. That ball did not hit the rim from Fears. So inbound pass and just 6 to shoot. Iowa starting the half with a 3 ball. Michigan State tried to answer. They still got a chance, but significantly harder. Fears inbounds it to Richardson from back court. Richardson driving, now finally gets a shot up, hits the rim, lays it up on the second attempt and hits it. And a 3-point play coming for Michigan State potentially to answer back for Iowa's. Jeez, I can't believe that they managed to do that. Like, Richardson drove to the basket, got a shot off, hit the rim, got his own rebound, and made the second attempt. He missed the free throw, and Iowa comes up with it. So, unfortunately for Michigan State, free throw has not been great, as there's a shot off the glass, no good. Second attempt is good. 10-point lead for Iowa. Could have been just 9 if Richardson makes his free throw. But again, Michigan State was down just 7. Now they're down 10. Fears. Akins. Over to Fears again. Fears tried to get it. Rebound to Kohler. He hits it. 42-34. Now an 8-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Michigan State just needs to get more stops. And there's another 3 that goes in as I say that. Oh my gosh. 45-34. Iowa has not slowed down whatsoever. Richardson and Fears playing catch right now. Now Akins having in on the fun. Right back over to Fears. Fears inside to Kohler. Now back to Richardson for a 3, in and out. Rebound goes to Iowa. Now a drive for Iowa underneath the paint, and it goes to Michigan State on a bad pass. Richardson over to Akins. Akins drives, now slows down over to Kohler, who hooks it, gets it, and the foul. So another potential 3-point play for Michigan State. There's a nice pass there from Akins and a nice just floater from Jackson Kohler. Now again, Michigan State, I don't think they've ever actually successfully completed these 3-point plays when they get them. But early on, a couple of fouls on Iowa as Kohler shooting 3 for 4 from the field with 8 points. His shot is up and he hits it. Needed that. It is now an 8-point, right? An 8-point lead for Iowa, 45-37. Bounce pass. 3 for Iowa has it. Now another bounce pass into the paint. Getting double teamed. Now tossing it around. Driving. Now slowing down. Pass around outside. Bad look shot for 3, but the rebound goes to Iowa. Can't have those. A bad look. You force a bad look. You got to get those rebounds, as a reach-in foul is going to be called on Michigan State. First team foul of the half. Holloman comes in for Jeremy Fears. Jaden Akins with just a couple of points and a couple of fouls. Inbound pass. There's the fadeaway jumper. It's good. A 10-point lead again for Iowa. I mean, I just can't believe what I'm seeing. Iowa is just playing like the Showtime Lakers, and Michigan State, as soon as they let them get ahead, Iowa just hadn't looked back. Michigan State defensively needs to clean it up. They obviously need to be better offensively, but not going to matter if they can't get the stops. 5 to shoot. Holloman pass inside to Fiddler, who gets the shot off, and he will drive. He will go to the free throw line. There was just 1 second remaining, and a foul called on Iowa. Gives Michigan State a chance to, again, try to just keep this as a single-digit game. Frankie Fiddler. First free throw is up, and he didn't get it. Jeez, Michigan State, who traditionally, going into this game, been a really good free throw shooting team, they have not shot well from the line. Fiddler, 7.5 points a game, 3 boards a game, 39% from the field. I mean, you got to get something here. Second shot is up, and that one rolls out. Wow. That's unbelievable. 3 for 6 from the free throw line for Michigan State to 6 for 8 for Iowa. Now driving towards the paint, nearly losing it, getting the shot off the rim. Got his own rebound. There's second attempt. That one's no good. And Cooper comes up with the rebound. Fears to Coop. Coop over to Richardson. Back over to Fiddler. Now over to Fears. Outside to Richardson for a 3. No good. Fiddler gets the rebound. And it'll be no shot, but there was a foul. The 4th foul on Iowa. Oh, look now. They've already got 4 fouls with 15:36 to go. Up 10. Also, I saw that the Red Wings are now down 3-2. Yeah. That's this is getting to the point where I'm getting very, very close to just saying fire Steve Yzerman at this point. Especially if we don't do anything at this trade deadline. Like, there's no... I mean, heaven forbid if we sell, like, I'm nothing. I got nothing. If that, like, I don't care who you are. 6 years into a rebuild, if you're having another March where you just utterly collapse, it's like you're just not the right GM you're just not the right guy for the job. You can't build a winning team. This Monster Hunter Wilds again. Geez, did FS1, like, did Monster Hunter Wild, how much ad space did they pay for? I guess it's PlayStation. I don't know. Is it PlayStation or the Monster Hunter Wilds paying for the space? I feel like it's PlayStation. Either way. Whoa. Is that the walking taco? Oh my. I hate that these Big Ten graphics now can't even include every Big Ten team. Like Washington doesn't exist. There's a high pass over to Holloman. Now he takes a shot for three. He hits it. Needed that. 47-40, Iowa on top. Now a screen set, driving to the basket. Number 2, he's got to pass it. There's a lane and a big block. But he's fouled on it. Carson Cooper, I thought he got all ball on that. And I guess they're going to say there was contact. And so instead of a huge block for Carson Cooper, it's a couple of free throws for Iowa and Peyton Sanford. Shot number 1 is up, and he hits it. 48-40. I mean, Michigan State's basically just got to start just going on an actual scoring run. There's been no real scoring drought for Iowa outside of maybe the first few minutes. Second shot is good. 49-40. High pass to Holloman. Holloman looking for somebody to give the ball to. He gets it to Akins. Now Fears has it. Fears dribbling with it. Over to Holloman. Inside to Fiddler. Now over to Fears. He drives to the basket. Gets the shot off, but doesn't draw a foul. It rolls off the rim. No good. And a spin move. Falling to the ground is Iowa. And Sanford is called for a travel. So Michigan State's going to get the ball. Jeez, I thought Fears for sure. Boy, he just could not quite get the contact. I just don't understand how Cooper's is a foul, but that play is not a foul. That's what I don't understand. Aiken's going to take a shot for 3. He gets it. Now down to a 6-point lead for Iowa. Akins finally makes one of those 3 balls. Driving towards the paint, laying it up, and it rolls in. Michigan State, once again, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Cannot get a stop after a huge basket. It's now an 8-point lead. It was a 7-point lead going into the half. They have not gained much ground in the first 7 minutes. Inside pass to Richardson. Richardson forcing his way through, gets the basket off the glass, and the foul. Wow. A huge play, and if he can get the free throw, can make this a 5-point lead for the Hawkeyes. I don't know how that ball got in there. I don't know how he got the shot off. I don't know how it went in. Here's the free throw. He gets it. It's 51-46. 5-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Now a stop needs to be had by Michigan State to try to make this a one-possession lead. There is a slam, and Iowa once again answers back. 53-46. Back to a 7-point lead. Bronze was unblocked, and he just drove it all the way, and then Michigan State turns it over. Here comes Iowa, and a foul called on Michigan State. Cohen Carr and Jace Richardson were trying to communicate to one another there. I can't believe it. You get so close after an amazing play from Richardson, then you give up a wide open slam, then you turn the ball over. Again, it's like nothing is stopping the Iowa Hawkeyes tonight. And there's a illegal screen, so a turnover goes Michigan State's way this time. Trey Holloman with a little words to be said. And there's boos raining down in Iowa. But as far as Holloman's concerned, your team's down 7 points. You better step it up. Here's Holloman. A little bit of press defense. And there's a shot for three. No good, but the rebound goes to Carr. Carr forcing his way through. Cannot get it. It's going to be out of bounds on Iowa, though. And another 2 seconds there on the shot clock. Oh my. Holloman and Hardy were having some words. Michigan State's got the ball. They're going to inbound it. High pass to Carr. He had to leap for it, and he got it. Holloman at the logo. Now pass it over to Akins. Akins back over to Holloman. He thought about it. Now he's going to drive to the basket, hit off the glass, and in. 53-48. 5-point lead for Iowa. 12:32 go. Here's a wide open look for three from Iowa, and they hit it. I mean, again, it's like we get so close, and we cannot get the stops. Carr going to drive it himself, nearly slammed it down, but missed it. Now Iowa's got the numbers. Here they come. There's a slam, but a big block. But a whistle is blown, and they're going to call a foul. I cannot believe that. How is that a foul? As the Iowa crowd is getting egged on here by the players. I just can't. How is this a foul? How, in what world is that a foul? He hits all ball on that. Like, I don't, like, how exactly is Trey Holloman supposed to play defense if that's a foul? That is an unbelievable call by the referees. Unbelievable. And in a game where, you know, there's a decent amount on the line, the first free throw is good. Like, you can't be having calls like that, especially when the exact same thing is happening on the other end where Cohen Carr's having his dunk blocked. And both free throws are good. Iowa's right back on top 10 after being up by just 5 just a minute ago. And now the crowd's into it, and it's become a dangerous situation as Akins drives, hits it, and draws a foul. And that should quiet the crowd at least a little bit. But again, you're still down 8, and you haven't been able to get it any closer than 5 this whole second half. It really is going to have to come down to Michigan State defensively not only not getting fouled, but furthermore, just Iowa just starting to miss some of these shots. Here is the shot to make it a 3-point play. It's no good. Rebounded by the Hawkeyes. Here they come. Could not complete on the 3-point play. And there's a look wide open for 3. It is no good. And then a whistle comes to Iowa as Richardson tried to come up with a rebound. So Harding was called for the foul there. 11:51 to go. Spartans down 8, 58-50. I can't believe that. I still can't believe that block. How, like that? These like, I don't know how that's a. See, no, the thing is, it's not that playing defense is illegal. It's that playing defense while wearing a black MSU jersey is illegal. Apparently, like that was now 2 blocks by Michigan State defensively that are called as fouls. The one on Cooper and then the one just there on Holloman. I mean, you've been down double digits for a good portion of this game, so I'm not using it as an excuse, but like, you got to be able to play some defense, especially if you're trying to mount a comeback here. Is it still 3-2? It's 4-2. Guys, fire Steve Yzerman. I'm done. Like, we might not win a game in March. Again. I'm done with Steve Yzerman. I'm done. Maybe I'm emotional because of this game. I can't. It also doesn't help that Carter Mazer, the guy we called up, got hurt in like 30 seconds. Live golf? I don't watch PGA golf. Correct. We do, in fact, need stops and to hit shots. That is correct. Oh. Our Zen right now is a koala bear. He appears to be scratching, I think, his back or maybe his ear with his hind leg. What is this bear doing? What is he doing? He's just hanging around. I want to give him a hug. He's so fluffy looking. Are koala bears mean? I feel like they're kind of mean. Like, because they look like a stuffed animal, so that means to me, they got to be just like total jerks. That's how it works in the animal kingdom. At least in wild animals. Is that a guy dressed as Elvis, but in Iowa colors? That's quite the costume. Ooh. Saturday, little Big Ten matchup. USC, UCLA. Isn't that just, classic Big Ten? Trey Holloman is fired up still. Elephants? Yeah, I can see it. Well, I mean, they're like 1,000 pounds. I wouldn't want to hug an elephant. I want to be as far away from an elephant as possible. That's what I would want. Tom Izzo is fired up, man. As the free throw from Richardson is good. To make it just a 7-point lead. I say just, but boy, Izzo's got to calm down a little bit here. Don't want to get teed up. Second shot is good from Richardson. It is now a 6-point lead for Iowa. Need the stops sooner rather than later. And just rolling around with the ball is number 3. Tossing it over to Sanford. Sanford pass it inside on the bounce. There's a shot for 3. Off the rim, no good. Cohen Carr gets the rebound. Holloman hands it off to Carr. Carr over to Richardson. Back over to Holloman. Now over to Akins. He's going to shoot it for 3. He gets it. It's now just a 3-point lead for the Hawkeyes, 58-55. Now we need another stop. Iowa still has it near the 3-point line. Now trying to drive, nearly lost it. 9 to shoot, fadeaway jumper off the rim. Michigan State going to let that one go. It'll be out of bounds on Iowa. And don't look now, but it's a one-possession game, and Michigan State has the basketball, 58-55. 10:50 and counting to go. Need a basket. Here's a wide open look for 3 to tie it. No good. Rebound goes to Iowa. Akins had it wide open and just could not stick the landing on that shot. And ball nearly was lost there. Here's a fadeaway for 2 off the front of the rim. No good. And a lob up to Carr, who slams it down. 58-57, Michigan State within 1. We were waiting to see when the lob to Carr would be coming, and it couldn't have come at a better time as Michigan State has cut the lead down to just 1 with 10:17 to go. And Michigan State is finally in the positive in the win probability chart. ESPN Analytics now has Michigan State at a 51.4% chance to win the game. Meanwhile, the Red Wings are down 4-2 in the final minutes of the third period. Guys, it's time to move on from Steve Yzerman. We're going to talk about it on Tuesday, but I'm done. I'm done. Like, we're not making the playoffs again. We're collapsing in March again. I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't know. Somebody give me a reason why we should keep Steve Yzerman. Is it because we're going to be better next year? I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten better from this year or from last year. Even if you want to say, well, it's all Derek Lalonde's fault. Well, Derek Lalonde didn't drop out of a coconut tree. He came right. He was brought in by Stevie Y. And then the guy he's replaced him with, he doesn't seem to make much of a difference either. Like, at least in terms of making the playoffs, team's been better, but the roster that he constructed is clearly not good enough to win in March. If you can't win in March, I hear you can't win in May. I've heard that before. Anyway. It's fine. It's fine, guys. I mean, sometimes NHL rebuilds, they take 10 years, just like old Kenny Holland told us. Steve Yzerman must have believed him. 10-year rebuild. Hold on. I want to actually... Can I look up... Hold on. Okay. So, from 1967 to 1982, the Red Wings were described as the dead things. Okay? All right. So, let me... Red Wings franchise record. Let me look up. Let me just say. So 67 to, where is it? 67 to 82. So okay. Well, we'll get back to this in a second because the game's back. But okay. Boy, that is one white ass dude on Iowa. 58-57, Iowa trying to hold on to the lead they've had since the early first half. in the paint, now outside, now driving to the basket. Big block by Michigan State. Here comes Fears. Fears is pushed to the ground and fouled. Jeez. Fears was just running with it and just pushed to the ground from behind by Iowa. That's got to be team foul number 5 or 6, right? They were at 4 pretty early on. So we're getting to the point here where those fouls are going to force Michigan State to the free throw line. Oh, they're already at 9. So this actually is free throws. So Michigan State with a chance to tie this up. Shot is up, and he didn't get it, but a rebound goes to Carr. What a board. Richardson drives, lob, the jam! Cohen Carr gives the Spartans the lead. 59-58. Here come the Hawkeyes trying to get back on top. Sanford gets the shot off, rolls off the rim, no good, but he draws a foul. Wow, what a lob pass from Richardson and a slam from Carr. Momentum appears to have swung, but Iowa's got a chance to come right back on top here. That is an unbelievable play. And first free throw is good. Iowa's tied it up. 59 all with 9:35 to go. Michigan State already in the double bonus because Iowa has just been a foul machine. Sanford second shot is up, and it's good. Iowa right back on top. 60-59, 9.5 to go. Fears with it. Fears over to Carr. Carr slows down, passes it right back out to Fears. Fears bounce pass to Coop. Coop tried to hand it off. Now he passes it to Fears. Fears driving to the basket. Outside to Carr, who drives, who hits the basket on the layup and roll. Michigan State right back on top, 61-60. 8 points for Carr. Sanford has it. Sanford slows down. Now he drives again. Sanford now underneath the basket near the paint area. Pass it outside. Sanford going to take a shot for 3. No good. Fiddler's got it. Here comes Jeremy Fears trying to get a bigger lead here. Michigan State's largest lead this half has just been the 1. Richardson looking for the lane, drives, gets the shot off, draws the foul. He will head to the free throw line. Does not make the basket, though. I cannot, that was an incredible drive there from Cohen Carr to make that basket. Now Fears the chance to make it at the most a 3-point lead, and he does not hit the free throw. My goodness. Michigan State has been just awful from the free throw line tonight. I don't know if there's something on the rim or something. Michigan State 6 for 13. Less than 50%. As the second one does go through to make it a 2-point lead for Michigan State. But Michigan State's got to shoot a lot better from the free throw line if they're going to take advantage of this double bonus that they're in with 8:31 to go. Here come the Hawkeyes. Now a pass is blocked and stolen by Fears, and he will slam it down for a 4-point lead for Michigan State. That's the first big turnover in a long time for Michigan State. Now here's a wide open look for 3 from Iowa. No good. Or what happened? Did he step out of bounds? So now it is 64-60, 7:59 to go in the half. Yeah, at least the Pistons are good now. Okay. Now we got another commercial. Okay. So the Dead Things era, all right? The Dead Things era in Detroit is categorized as the season in between 1967 to 1982, apparently. Okay? The Red Wings in that era made the playoffs just twice. They lost in the quarterfinals, and then they lost in the quarterfinals in 69-70, then lost in the quarterfinals in 77-78. Okay? All right. So, in that span, here are their records. All right? 27-39, and I'm not going to do the overtimes. I'm not going to do that. I think these are ties. Okay, so that's not even, I don't even think that's a thing anymore. 27-39, 27-35, 33-31, 40-21. That was the one playoff run. 22-45, 33-35, 37-29, 29-39, 23-45, 26-44, 16-55, 32-34. That was their second playoff run. 23-41, 26-43, 19-43, and 21-47. Okay. All right. So that's the dead things. All right. Now, since 2016, do you want to know what our records are? I don't think you're going to like it. All right. Here we go. This is going to include this year as well. So 2016, 2017, 33-36, 30-39, 32-40, 17-49. That was the worst of it in 2019. 19-27, 32-40, 35-37. And then last year, 41-30, 41-32. And now this year, 30-25. Which era has been worse? One might argue that this era might be the new dead things. Like, at least in the old dead things, you made the playoffs twice. You made it to the NHL quarterfinals twice. I mean, it wasn't great. You had a bunch of terrible years. But let me tell you, those dead things teams, they never won less than 20 games. Okay? I'm just saying, we're getting to the point here, and Steve Yzerman is a part of this. I know it wasn't all his fault because a lot of that was Ken Holland. But frankly, a majority of it has been under his watch. 2019, 2020, that was his first season, right? So even if you get rid of the first 3 years, it has been abject failure. So you can keep telling yourself that Steve Yzerman is going to get us out of this mess. Steve Yzerman has gotten us into this mess. Anyway, there's my rant. We'll talk about it more on Tuesday, I imagine, but not great. Holloman has the ball, passing it over to Fiddler. Fiddler passing inside on a bounce, gets the foul, does not get the basket. He will head to the free throw line. And I got to imagine some of these Iowa players have got to be close to fouling out. But I don't know if maybe they're just, a lot of guys are fouling. Boy, that guy is so white. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be insensitive. That guy has very pale skin. He does. Anyway. Need these free throws to start going in. Fiddler, first shot, it's good. Nothing but net. 65-60. Jace Richardson and Cohen Carr on the bench for the time being. Frankie Fiddler shooting 89% from the free throw line this year. He's been really solid as the second attempt is good. 66-60 as Cohen Carr checks right back in. Quick breather for him. Iowa looked at their record and they were like, wait a minute. Well, it's still not over yet. 66-60. 7:34 to go and counting. Driving to the basket, losing it, but it'll stay with Iowa. Sanford tried to, I imagine, draw some contact, but that ball just looked like it just fell out of his hands. And high pass on the inbound is good to Iowa. Now 1-on-1 with with Fears, excuse me. There's a near block shot from Carr, but the basket goes in. 66-62. Michigan State needs to keep the foot on the gas here as Fears drives, gets the foul, but no shot. It'll be a foul on the floor. But because of the bonus, it'll still be free throws. See, that's the thing. That's why I pointed it out pretty early in the half that they were really close to, they had like 4 team fouls pretty early on. So that has come back to bite them. Now Michigan State is going to be heading to the free throw line at every whistle as Fears misses the first one. Jeez. Just an awful night from the free throw line for Michigan State, and you really hope that does not come back to bite them for the result here. Jeremy Fears shooting 74% from the line, but 0 for 2 tonight. Looking for his first. Shot is up, and it's good. 67-62, a 5-point lead for Michigan State with just a little over 7 minutes to go. Iowa has it behind the line. Now at the paint, passing it outside behind the arc. Now looking for somebody inside the paint, gets it off the glass and in, and it's a one-possession game, 67-64. Michigan State, got to be careful here. We saw this Iowa team start going here. Got to keep it up defensively and offensively. Bounce pass to Kohler. Over to Akins. Now over to Holloman. Over to Akins. Here's the shot for 3. Got it! Huge 3 from Jaden Akins, 70-64. Akins 3 for 10 from 3 for 13 points total. As that's a high pass that goes Michigan State's way. Here comes Fears off the glass and in. And another steal. No, nearly had another steal. It's going to be out of bounds on Michigan State on an errant inbound pass. 6:01 to go in the game. Boy, oh boy, Michigan State let Iowa get close. Then Akins just turns it on. And Jeremy Fears with another fast break steal. Final 6 minutes to go. 20 points off turnovers for Michigan State. As there's a whistle. Foul is called on Trey Holloman, and the Iowa crowd loves to hear that. And there's a inbound pass. Now 4 for Iowa has it. Passing it around. Sanford has it. Sanford back over to number 4, who shoots it for 3 off the rim and no good. Kohler has it. And now Michigan State just starting to take their time. I've seen this movie so many times before this year where Michigan State, they just kind of go ahead in the second half and just start to just push the dagger in. Here is Cohen Carr back over to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Richardson inside to Kohler. Kohler drives it off the glass and in. 10-point lead for Michigan State. Boy, oh boy, they have flipped the script in this second half. Final 5 to go. Iowa nearly tripping over himself as number 2. Trying to find a lane. It just looks like Iowa's just exhausted out there. Driving to the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Whistle will go Michigan State's way. Jace Richardson was knocked down there, but it's turning into another one of those nights for Michigan State where they just take over in a second half. And if things continue to go their way, you may be looking at the unanimous Big Ten champs by the end of this night. Final 4:46 to go. Jace Richardson is at the free throw line. And on a night where Michigan State has struggled from the free throw line, Jace Richardson hits the first one to go up 75-64. I'm telling you, it's the depth of Michigan State. Iowa, the front half, looked like far and away the better team, but as time went on, the back end of this bench with Holloman and guys like Kohler and Aikens coming alive, it becomes difficult for teams, and that's no disrespect to Iowa, obviously not the best year for them, but it becomes difficult for teams like Iowa to be able to compete with Michigan State. It just does. Now here's a shot for three from Sanford. It's no good, and a whistle and a foul. This one will go against Michigan State. Now Michigan State's sitting with a 97.4% chance of winning this game. Oh, now 98. Jeez. Utah wins 4-2. We were up 2-1 at one point. And there's a massive block from Carr on the missed free throw, and Fears is fouled as he was running towards the basket. Look at this. On the missed free throw, Iowa gets the rebound, and then Cohen Carr just becomes Dikembe Mutombo and just says, "Not in my house." Jeremy Fears heads to the free throw line. He's 1 for 3 tonight. An off night from the free throw line for Michigan State, but that time he makes it 77-64. The game has really slowed down to this point. A lot of fouls, a lot of free throws having to be shot. But this game is slowly but surely coming out of the reach for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And Michigan State is going to be able to, practically speaking, play, as far as a regular season title goes, a meaningless game on Sunday against Michigan, which is an unbelievable thing to say. And that free throw rolls in. It's 78-64 with 4:25 to go. Now driving towards the paint, getting the shot up, no good. Frankie Fiddler with a nice rebound. Fiddler on the roof. Holloman has it. And it is quieted down in Iowa City. The Hawkeyes with an incredible first half and, frankly, an incredible much of the second half. Just slowly but surely lost control. Here's Holloman for a wide open three. He hits it! And Michigan State has really taken over, 81-64. It has become a dominant second half once again, as there's a drive to the basket, hits it, and the foul to make it an 81-66 game with 3:37 to go. We're going to have another banner in East Lansing, boys. And yes, we need to fire Steve Eisman. I'm officially done. I mean, I guess short of the team at this point making the playoffs, as short of them just going on a crazy run throughout the rest of the season, I'm done with Steve Eisman. If they don't make the playoffs, fire him. What has he done for me? What has he done? I encourage literally anybody who watches hockey, tell me what Steve Yzerman has done for the Red Wings. What? Not as a player. As a player, obviously, as a general manager, what has he done? What has he done? Has he delivered us a surefire superstar, top 10, top 15 player? No. Has he given us a playoff team? No. Has he given us a Stanley Cup? No. So I just want to know, what exactly did he get us? What specifically, what tangible benefit have we gained from the Steve Yzerman administration in Detroit? Sell everything at this point, start it over while some of these guys still have value. Honestly, yeah, trade Dylan Larkin. I'm done. Trade them all. I'm just done. What is the purpose? All right. You know what's funny is I think everybody understands that if Dylan Larkin is your best player, you're not going to be a great team. And yet for some reason, Detroit Red Wings fans have this idea like Dylan Larkin is Steve Yzerman. Like, I just can't. I don't understand. If he was from Saskatchewan and didn't go to U of M, nobody would care. Nobody would care. But because he's from Waterford and because he went to U of M, you gotta love the guy. Yep. It's a Pistons march. It's a Pistons and Michigan State basketball march. Because clearly the Red Wings do not know how to play hockey in March. It's seriously, it's getting to the point where this is just the dead things. Like, this is one of the darkest eras in Red Wings history. From 2016 to this point. I mean, we're coming up on next year. Will be 10 years since the Red Wings last made the playoffs. It'll be 11 years. It's already 10 years since we won a playoff series, I believe. Jeez. Look at this. In the last few games, like, no field goals at a certain point. Detroit City FC. Okay, I won't do that. I'll still watch the Red Wings over Detroit City FC. But, I mean, it's at the very least equal levels of entertainment value. You know what's crazy? I'll continue calling the game here because there's still some time left. Jeremy Fears has it. Pass inside to Richardson. Drives to the rim and he hits it. Or no, he didn't hit it. And then the rebound goes to Kohler. I thought that ball went in. That's one of the saddest things I've ever heard. There's a corner three for Iowa to make it a 13-point lead for Michigan State. And there's a long pass to Holloman, who slows down there. And at this point, it's just a matter of time with Michigan State up 13 with less than 3 minutes to go. But obviously, you don't want to just start giving up open looks, especially not from three, as there's a bad pass that's turned over. Here comes Iowa, but nope, there's a foul to stop that right then and there. So this game's not over yet. Peyton Sanford heads to the free throw line. He's 4 for 4 tonight with 10 points total. Shot number 1 is up, and it's through. 83-71. Yeah, right. They actually just mentioned the 2022 game where we blew like a 9-point lead with a minute and a half to go. Second shot is through. It is now a 9-point lead. A little bit of life inserted into the Hawkeyes. I don't know if I think Jaden Akins was on that 2022 team, as there's a pass that goes to Kohler that is called a foul on Bronze. So Jackson Kohler will head to the free throw line. I did. No, okay. MSU Detroit fan. Listen, all right. Beginning of this game. So whatever, you know how I got the ESPN thing or whatever? So what I did, I was like, okay, well, I'll just, Google Michigan State, Iowa, ESPN. And I went to like the first result that had March 6th. I was like, okay, this is it. And I didn't really pay that much attention to it because I usually don't. And then like the game starts and I'm like, why is it not updating? And then I realized, wait, why does it say the game starts at 9? And why does it say it's on the Big Ten or on the Big Ten Network? And why is it saying it's the Big Ten tournament? I was like, wait, is this last year? Why is it not? I was so confused. Then I went to the team and I was like, wait, this isn't even correct. And then I was like, oh, this is the women's team. I don't know why the women's team was like the first Google result. I don't understand. Like, women's college basketball is not as popular as men's college basketball, I don't think. I would think not. As Kohler nails both the free throws to make it 85-72 with 2:33 to go. And counting. Driving to the basket, now at the paint. Pass inside. Now Michigan State defensively not allowing much there, as there's a 3 ball that goes through. It's now a 10-point lead for Michigan State. And a nearly stolen inbound pass as Akins has it. He's going to drive it himself, and he lays it up and in. Honestly, in a way, I'd prefer less quick possessions, just given the time factor here. There's a fadeaway jumper that goes in on the bounce. Jeez, Iowa not going down without a fight. Holloman dribbling, passing it around to Akins. Finally gets it back towards Carr as there's a bit of a collision there between Iowa players. And they finally get back on defense as Michigan State obviously just taking its time. There's a 10-point lead, less than a minute and a half to go. Holloman just going to wait until that shot clock is as small as possible as he steps back. Going to take a three, no good. Here come the Hawkeyes. They're going to need some magic here. Passing around. 19 to shoot. I'm surprised they're not shooting quicker here. Less than a minute to go. Driving to the basket. Fadeaway is good to make it an 87-79 game with 51.3 to go. Don't look now. It's only an 8-point lead for Michigan State. Yeah, I mean, I'll be happy for them, but I don't really care. Like, as far as Michigan State's women's team, I mean. It's like I treat it the same way that I treat, I guess, any like Michigan State team that is not college men's basketball or football. Where it's like, yeah, I mean, like I want them to win, but I'm not gonna be. I don't really care that much. Like the closest third would probably be college hockey, but even that I don't really care that much about. Like if Michigan State, like apparently Michigan State hockey won the Big Ten. Like, okay, that's cool, I guess. The only reason I would ever really care is in so much as there's Red Wings prospects, which I guess you could say there are, but hey, I already said we got to fire the GM, so. Guys, I'm going to trigger so many Red Wings fans next week. I'm just telling you. I already know that we're going to do a fire Steve Yzerman. I already know. So now to inbound it is Holloman. Iowa playing some press. Jace Richardson has it. They were trying to foul. I don't know why you're trying to foul Jace Richardson. And finally, they foul Jeremy Fears. And Fears will take free throw number 1. And he hits it. 88-79. Trying to make it a 10-point lead. At most, probably a couple more possessions here before Michigan State will be the unanimous regular season Big Ten champs. Haven't been able to say that in a few years. Shot is up, and it's through. 89-79. Here come the Hawkeyes with 42 seconds and counting to go. Nearly lost the basketball, driving to the paint, and not quite getting the roll. Second chance opportunities. Cooper gets fouled after he gets the rebound. And at this point, I mean, the game was probably over a couple of minutes ago, but at this point, it is, I'd say, officially out of reach. Man, if Xavier Booker could just like develop into an elite center that could shoot like he's supposed to be as a 5-star recruit, the future could be, well, I say the future. It's like these guys don't stay that long. As Cooper misses the first free throw off the rim. Shot number 2 is up, and it's through. 90-79. Shot number, or the shot for 3 is up and good by Iowa, but I mean, what is like now they're playing press defense with the shot clock turned off. Here is Akins, who is trying to slam it down, but I think there was a foul. I mean, first of all, why are they playing press defense? The shot clock has been turned off. So here comes Iowa with 15 seconds to go. Driving and laying it up off the glass to cut the lead down to 6. Now 10.2 seconds to go in the game. Tom Izzo is fired up. I mean, the game is over. Like, you get an inbound pass, you win. It better be. Obviously, Michigan is going to be the final game for Michigan State on Sunday, but it's not going to matter as far as the regular season goes. Obviously, it'll matter for rivalry purposes, as Holloman just airs it out to Cooper, who will be fouled after making the catch. Boy, that looked like, was that Aiden Childs on the inbound pass for Michigan State? Wow. It's definitely a foul, but that was something. Cooper, first shot is good. That makes it a 7-point lead for Michigan State, 91-84, with 9.4 to go. Free throws have not been dropping for much of Michigan State's night tonight, but it appears it doesn't matter. Although he does miss the second free throw. Iowa, I mean, at this point, you're just trying to play for box scores. The 3 is no good. Rebounded by Iowa. 1 second left. Shot is up. It is good. I don't know if they're going to count it, and they will, but Michigan State will win the game 91-87, and the Spartans are your unanimous Big Ten champs. Oh, they're not going to count it. Never mind. '17th Big Ten championship. And Michigan State is the outright Big Ten champions of this year after another second half comeback victory on the road against the Iowa Hawkeyes. What a game and what a win and what a season it has been. Michigan State basketball is officially back. And we still have to play Michigan again. That's just crazy. So, yay, we did it. We won the Big Ten, even though it's kind of weird, right? Because, like, we won it, but, like, we already technically had won it, but now we unanimously win. Now Michigan can't win it. So, shout out Michigan for falling apart as soon as we embarrassed them in their house. So that was very nice of them to just have the worst stretch of their season right after we beat them. But are they going to interview? They better interview Tom. You know, he's the unanimous Big Ten title. Come on. Yes, here we go. He's interviewing Tom. Let's listen in. outright Big Ten regular season champs. 11th Big Ten title, Big Ten season title for Tom Izzo. That's why he's one of the greats. 11 conference titles in the regular season. I don't think anybody's madder than you, Tom. Who is he saying was madder than him? Oh, he's talking about Richardson. There's 11 of them unhappy. Then 10 and me, he says. There any more interviews? Oh, we're getting the celebration in the locker room. Hold on, why is there just like a rant? Oh, I guess she's a journalist, but okay. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna stop myself. Character growth. So, all right, well, that's it then. Well, Michigan State, Big Ten champions in basketball. I gotta tell you, going into this year, I did not expect it, but we did it outright, unanimous. Didn't have to share it with anybody. Michigan State basketball is back. So, look, we'll talk about it on Tuesday, obviously, and obviously from there we'll also have the Michigan game to break down as the Big Ten tournament is going to be underway here soon. And I mean, to be honest, you got to think Michigan State's got a pretty good chance of winning that as well. So either way, appreciate everybody for stopping by and listening in. These are always a lot of fun, and it's always even more fun when it's a Spartan victory. So I'm going to go to bed because I got to go to work tomorrow. I don't know about you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you all on Tuesday's show. Good night. Go green. Go white. Good night.